Tresie, this video, I don't care if nobody else watches it but Tresie. Tresie, you have got to acknowledge the past if you want to move to the future. Not only with your daughter, but for yourself. You have got to acknowledge the past. And I'm not saying acknowledging the past on this social media app. I'm saying for you to do the work on yourself between you and a professional therapist to guide you through the past of your own childhood trauma and what that looked like for you, how that made you feel, how that manifested into adulthood for you. Can't you see that the cycle of the dysfunction within the fabric of your family? That what happened to you in childhood mattered as to what adult relationships you have within your own family system and the relationships you have with your children. You want to move on, and I hear that and I see that. But the issue is that during the time that you were parenting, in particular Peach, she did not feel, according to her, love. Now stop. You're already defending that. You're defending yourself. Stop. Hear what I'm saying. Hear what she's saying. Mom, I didn't feel loved. I didn't feel loved. And in your defense of that, you're like, but I bought you. I did. I walked to work. I did. You did those things. That's acknowledged. But acknowledging the pain of your child is not easy, because then you have to admit or say out loud, I messed up. I did something wrong. Obviously, no parent is perfect, but some parents really fuck up. And oftentimes, it's because of their own experiences. Not all the time. There are parents that did the best they could, were good parents, fair parents. And their children still will turn their back on them. I know that. I get that. But what I'm saying to you is, Tresie, because sending out vibes that this is going to get to her, that she'll be able to say, you know what, and take the responsibility, right? Be able to do your own work on yourself, because Peaches is so broken, and it's not all you, 100% not all you that has broken her spirit, but you had a lot to do with it. And you can only acknowledge the things you did. You can only say, Peaches is not lying, y'all. My spirit and my mind was so broken myself, infused with alcohol, drugs, the lifestyle, the gangster lifestyle, right? I brought that into my house. I brought that to my children. I would pop off on my kids. You got to acknowledge that, Tresie. You got to acknowledge that. Although Ed deals with it however he dealt with it, and your other daughter dealt with it or deals with it however she did, your parenting hurt your children. And this is not to drag you, because I have to tell you, I believe Peach. I believe her. And does it matter? Because therapeutically, that part is important, that she's heard and believed. But in order for y'all to heal, you have to acknowledge that there's some truth in what she said. And then you can unpack what that really was or wasn't, or what you could do that later. But I think the real work for you is acknowledging, examining your parenting. Because when you admit that you were selling dope, you were in the street, you fought people, all of that aggression, all of that turmoil that you had in the street, it came back in the house with you. And it showed in your parenting. I heard the way you cursed out Edward when your mom was right there. And your mom was trying to control the situation. And you had no respect of order from your mom. That told me so much about that dynamic between you and your mom. Most families don't operate like that. Healthy families don't operate like that. But you wouldn't know that because you weren't experiencing that in childhood. That there were adults in your life that did not protect you from being abused. You can't move forward unless you acknowledge what happened in the past.